Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to this episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points. It's Aeldari versus the Imperial Fists Space Marines. We've given the Harlequins a run just to see them at work with the new Codex, and now we're going to switch to Craftworld Eldar for this battle report. So an experimental battle, obviously, for the new Codex here for the Eldar, but also for the Space Marines. Recent update for them. A good number of units for the Imperial Fists have been improved, and we're looking to finalise the Imperial Fists army as well. So looking at what units to drop, what units to add. I have some units sitting there ready to build and paint, units to finish off, to add in as well. So we're just quite fluid with both of these lists here at this current stage. The perfect opportunity to play an experimental battle with them at this point in the season. So we'll go through the Eldar list. Some units have been dropped, some units have been added in. We've been working on some brand new units as well coming through. Games Workshop have sent some samples through. So we'll just start at the left here. Shroud Runners at the back with their sniper rifles, the two-man jet bikes. I'm going to continue on with running the 2 squads of 3 for the Shining Spears. They look perhaps a little bit tastier now as well with the new Codex. Their spears going up to, if I read it right, damage 3. So they can go heavy intercessor hunting baps in this game. Avatar of Cain is in the list as well. 1 Wraith Lord, I was running 3, just down to 1 now. Have dropped some units just to put the new units in. Wind Riders squad of 6, all taking shuriken cannons. A Falcon at the back, and then 2 Wave Serpents. Each of those equipped the same with the twin Bright Lance for each of those. And there's a shuriken cannon on each of those as well. And then the units, keeping Jane Zar, Phoenix Lord, 5 benches. Then Wraith Blades with their ghost axes and shields. With them, or hang around with them, will be a Spirit Seer. His rules have changed and perhaps improved as well. And then we have Fuigan here, the Burning Lance. And then 5 Fire Dragons being taken as well. Be interested, glad to see these back. They've been away from the channel for a long time. I moved the older sculpts on a good while ago, awaiting the day the resculpts would arrive, and that time has come. So they're not entirely finished. I'm currently finishing these off and also working on a painting tutorial for how to paint Fire Dragons as well. I hope to bring that to you as soon as possible, but just to guide you through the process here for painting the Fire Dragons. So you can keep a lookout for that on the channel. But Fugan and the Fire Dragons are in the list. And they add such a further bright burning colour to this dazzling rainbow here for the Eldar. So we have help from 5 of the gold level Patreons. That's Longbow BB, Carl Roden, Dave Humphreys, Mitch Notkey for Rob, and then Nate Miller. They're all going to help me out with dice rolls here in this battle. And then we have a commander for this force here. It's Chris Comiskey. I'm going to put him onto the Avatar of Cain here for this battle. And then Bobo Bobsled will be the sub-commander, and he's going to go onto the Spirit Seer here. So it's Spirit Seer Bobo in this battle will be the second in kind, will be that model there. So those the Phoenix Sword and Altark can follow their models around during the game. So that's the list for the Eldar. I'm going to run these. I think it's the natural choice from an experiment with the Aspect Host detachment for the Eldar, as we've got an Avatar and a good number of Aspect Warrior squads in the army. So I'll run with that, see how we get on with that one. I think it's the natural choice, I think, for this configuration. See how it works. There's plenty of options, though, plenty of experimentation to do. We'll take a look at the Imperial Fists next. All right, so 2,000 points of Imperial Fists. As I said, working on some units, so some help from the Red Scorpions here just to bulk the army out. It seems this detachment has, and the unit choices have improved the recent update from Games Workshop for the Space Marines. Heavy Intercessors are better, damage 2 on their bolt of firepower, 4 shots potentially now coming from the Intercessors, +1 damage on the bikes. So there's some tasty stuff here for the Fists. So, Outriders boosted with an ATV of multi-melter. Chaplain on the bike will go with those. Regular Intercessors across here, full squad of 10. Then a Primaris Lieutenant with Power Fist. Power Fist in the regular Intercessor squad as well. We have a Chaplain on foot also. Dreadnoughts, 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, 1 and 2. Both equipped with the Macro Plasma Incinerators. Got a Brutalis Dreadnought with the Twin Multi-Melter in there. And the Talons, just so it's a better profile for him. Full squad of 10 heavy intercessors, 2 heavy bolters buried inside that squad. A regular Gravis captain. Then a second captain, or really he's the second captain, and the main captain here, the man in charge, will be Captain Parmenion, the Gravis captain with the melee fist and chainsword for him. Then 6 Eradicators, 2 multi-melters in there, and the other 4 equipped with melter rifles. And then just with the theme of the list, it's the Anvil Siege.
That's the one, yeah.
Force detachment being taken, and just with Imperial Fists, that very siege mentality, heavy war gear sort of approach with those. So the bunker's in, useful enough that it's okay, but bunker is in the list. The Hammerfall bunker, we've pointed out the Dreadnought already, and then just the way the points have worked out, there has been a bit of a points increase for a number of these units. It's squeezed out some of the intercessors, so just a squad of 5 instead of the usual 10. That's the list here for the Imperial Fists. So Mike Walker will run those today. He's getting help from 5 of the gold level Patreons: Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, who's an absolute die-hard Imperial Fist player; Chris Heim, Maxwell Knuckles, Nicholas Lucas, and Michael Fryer, all Space Marine Imperial players. And then Commander will be Captain Parmenion across here. It's going to be one of our Phoenix Lords, which is Andy Swan, another fan of the Imperial Fists. And then the second captain will be Valen Al Sorna, another fanatical, die-hard Imperial player as well. Plenty of Imperial support coming in this season for the Revenge of the Imperium. But if there's one army out there that will stop them, it will be the Eldar. We'll see if we can do it in this battle, or whether they'll be overwhelmed by Imperial firepower. We'll have to see. That's the list for the Fists. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a scenario. So deployment zone is Dawn of War. Mission rule is Stalwarts, and the primary mission, the main mission, is Burden of Trust. So that is the control of objectives outside of your deployment zone and electing units to guard those objectives for bonus points coming through. For the mission rule for Stalwarts, battle line units can perform actions whilst in engagement range. They can also shoot and still perform actions as well. Dawn of War deployment is across the table, one of the classic deployments of 40k. So 12 inches in here, the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Eldar, and the green dice across the other side marking the deployment zone for the Imperial Fists. And then 5 objectives on the board, 3 in no man's land, and then 1 home objective each. Mine's just tucked nicely in here, very cozy. And, oh, Mike's is tucked in just over there as well. Okay, so 2 decent bits of terrain for each of us to hide behind. But then for No Man's Land, a different story. Exposed objectives here. So 1 and 2, this one's dead center, one on the right-hand side, and the other one on ground level, but right out in the open. We'll measure from the base for the controlled objective. So it can measure 3 inches out. So like a model down here will still count as holding the objective, just to keep things nice and fair if there are objectives on higher levels. Both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries. And then for the main mission here for Burden of Trust, you're going to get points for objectives outside of your deployment zones, the No Man's Land objectives and the opponent's objective as well. Turn 2 onwards, you get 4 points for each objective marker that you control. Also in your command phase of each of your turns, you can select 1 unit to guard 1 objective. So you could have a unit just here holding this objective. You can then elect that they'll hold on to that objective. At the end of your opponent's next turn, if you survive through to that point, you then pick up a bonus 2 points. So potentially 6 points per objective available outside of your deployment zone. So take objectives, hold them, guard them, and pick up bonus points is the aim of the game here in this battle. For terrain, we're playing exposed position, sealed buildings and containers for the terrain, and obscuring on some key pieces as well, quite evenly spread around the board. So this whole section around here, obscuring. This section here, not between the walkway though. This building, this complete section, that section, not the walkway, that section across there, that cluster there and there as well. And I think this time I'll change it from the last game. We'll include this structure across here. So this whole shape counts as obscuring just to keep it even. It makes sense just to make that part of the structure as well. Other than that, some barricades and tank traps scattered across the board. That's the terrain. Both armies are ready to go. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. But just to mention the battle mat and terrain we're using in this game. So battle mats from gamemat.eu. It's the Imperial Refinery, 60 by 44 inches in size. And then also combining it with the industrial terrain set from gamemat.eu. So that's these larger containers, pipes, large building over there, those structures. Also, and then combine that with the Games Workshop Adeptus Mechanicus terrain. It gives us a nice board here. You can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats and pre-painted terrain. Links below, and also a discount code for 11% off across the store, and they are shipping worldwide. So we are just on deployment here. We're approaching halfway through. I must mention Siege Studios. They painted a good number of the models here for this game. So if you like the look of the Imperial Fists, the vast majority of them have been painted by Siege. These are at bronze level. Absolutely fantastic job that they've done. And also for the Eldar, they painted the Avatar of Cain, and also these Shining Spears. But looking at the rules of Shining Spears, they're insanely good. So very glad to have these on the channel. But Siege has done a fantastic job with the Shining Spears as well. So check them out. Get a quote from them for your own painting commission work. Link for Siege Studios in the video description below. A controversial deployment here, I think, for the Eldar. Putting the Avatar at extreme risk. Put him out there just to see how he gets on. Well, we'll start with him. He's here on the left. On his own, he's facing off against 2 Dreadnoughts and a full primary squad of intercessors with Lieutenant. We'll see how he gets on. I think he's pretty tough, but we'll see. If we go first, it's going to be big across here. Either for Mike going first, it can offload a ton of firepower, or for us, we've got a bit of firepower, a bit of move. Possible charge even across this gap. The Avatar of Cain is quicker than ever now, with some of the shenanigans going on for the Eldar. So we have Wave Serpent across here. Inside that is the Wraith Blades, just them on their own. Then Spirit Seers outside of the transport vehicle, just here, next to the Wraith Lord. And then Shroud Runners just tucked behind here, their usual jobs, guard and home objective. And shifting out to the right-hand side, the second Wave Serpent across here. Inside that is the Banshees of Jane Zar. And then the 2 squads of the Shining Spears on this right-hand side as well. Eldar do have some reserves, so these are inside their transports. And then we have the Fire Dragons are going inside the Falcon and flanking. And then flanking also with the Bikers. Yeah, it's just checking the points values. I can't put that much in strategic reserves. So they've gone in. The Wraith or the Wind Riders have had to go on the board, so they're deploying just here on the table. Just the 1 unit in strategic reserves for the Eldar. That's deployment for them done. take a look at the Imperial Fists deployment next. Just checking Mike's reserves. He can do this. Brutalis Dreadnought, 160, 200 I think for these. Yeah. And he's about 80 odd points, so that's good. So that's the reserve units, the usual ones that Mike goes for. Redemptive Dreadnoughts working as a pair, the two of them fighting side by side. That'll bolster the nerve here of the intercessors on the right-hand side. They've been joined by the Lieutenant with the Power Fist as well, facing off against the Avatar of Cain across the other side of the board. Bunkers here centrally, blocking off this entrance just here at this point. Small 5-man intercessor squad with a chaplain on the home objective. Bikers ready to move out, looking like they're going to go through this direction. Trying to cut down the angles here, but getting ready to move out with the servo turret. And then the heavy intercessors, they have been joined by the second captain, just positioning themselves across here. That's deployment done for the Fists, and we've already seen what reserves they have available to arrive turn 2 onwards. Okay, ready to go. I wouldn't mind going first. I'm sure you wouldn't mind either.
No, I would like to go first, but I'm at a point where I don't think it matters.
Oh.
Oh, do you want to do?
I don't use the green.
I'm going to use the witness.
Okay. Mike's taken to heart some comments about his green dice. Could you show everyone what happened to 5 of them? They were made an example of. The amount of comments people says burn the green dice. So actually, Mike took that literally. But it's kind of weird. You burnt them like that. How did you burn those? Because look, you flip them over, they would not die. They're like cockroaches.
All the ones were facing up, so yeah.
Oh right, you burnt the ones. Okay, right. Okay.
And I made this one watch.
Right, okay. Let's have a look at that. That's just incredible. Just gonna roll the dice to see what we get. Very good. Okay, right. He's kept some of the green, or most of the green dice are still alive, but they have been warned. They've been made a public example of here. So, but I think Mike will go with the yellow dice surely. If the yellow dice turn bad, he may turn to the green. Okay, but it does take comments to heart here on the channel. So burn the green dice was taken literally. We're going to the first turn of the game, and Mike's going to roll. Oh, it's a green dice.
The witness.
Oh no. A 2. There you go. Much better than usual. And then a 4. Eldar going first.
The witness did not heed.
He rolled a 1. Okay, we'll go on to turn 1 here for the Eldar coming up next. Movement phase for the Eldar. A few things have happened. We'll just call out secondaries. Containment. That's performing actions on battlefield edges outside of your deployment zone. So the flanks and the opponent's back line. So on the shooting phase, 3 points times potential of 6 points coming through for that. And then linked to that one is engage in all fronts as well. It's occupying table quarters, if that can be done here for the Eldar. Just checking. Yeah, you can draw that on turn 1. Okay, so engage in all fronts. This remains in place. Those 2 secondaries running at the moment. Moved off of the Avatar. Used a battle focus agile maneuver here. Swift as the wind. His battle focus keywords, I think it can go on him. +2 move. So 12 inches surging right ahead onto that objective. We've got ourselves in range for a bit of firepower, maybe even a charge onto that Dreadnought, perhaps if that goes ahead. And then he was hit on Overwatch from the bunker with multiple... There's 4, wasn't it? 4 wounds coming through from heavy bolter firepower. Mike rolled a load of 6s on the Imperial Fist dice. And I rolled a 1, halving the damage down to 1 wound. And I don't want to come on reroll it and spend my CP. So psychological damage here. But 1 wound taken immediately on the Avatar of Cain. We'll press on with our move here for the Eldar. Okay, so movement complete for the Eldar. A little bit cagey from them. But limited on targets. Mike's obviously we've gone first. Then Mike's deployed, obscuring most of his units. So we are very limited actually on the targets that we can see. Other than the Avatar of Cain, who seems to have the notion of taking on the Imperial Fists by himself. The rest of the Eldar army is pushed forwards in stages, sort of layering themselves up here, ready for the long war. Wave Serpent just shimmering across in this direction and got itself in range of that objective. The other Wave Serpent's gone straight across and in range of that objective, but not poking through the terrain. Joined by a unit of Shining Spears. Other unit of Shining Spears is pushed up, just Eldar making these layers here. Wraith Lord, one of the last models to move. Rolled a 1 for advance, just moving around the corner, but not too fast. Quite exposed there in the open. See if the Imperial Fists go after him or not. Then with the space that's been created here, Biker shifting right across to go into the middle. Shroud Runners just tucking in, just holding on to their objective. And then hopping into the transport before it moved was the Spirit Seer. So he's in the same vehicle there as the Wraith Blades. That is movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. I reckon it's just going to be one shot from the Avatar of Cain. Okay, just weighing up what to do. I've got 1 command point to spend. I'd rather use that on the command reroll for a charge. In which case, there is a strategy I could use for the Avatar of Cain, which puts him on damage 8 for his Wailing Doom, but we'll leave it. We'll do a shot with him, and it's aspect to our Avatar of Cain unit, and so for the detachment, we will choose to reroll 1s to our hit roll. And we'll call upon Longbow BB for this shot, needing a 2, rerolling 1s. Do you want to do anything? React in any way? Popping smoke? Or armor of contempt? Not really.
No. Probably bite me in the... Yeah.
This is where I roll a 2 or a 3 or whatever. A 1. Okay.
That's as well you pick reroll 1s.
And then reroll 1s, yeah, for the detachment. Oh, okay, just about got a hit. So we are in range, just in range 9?
9 on the bottom, yeah.
Yes, because we were checking up earlier on for potential charges. Oh, no, I'm not range 18. That's with the stratagem. So I'm just range 12. Just in range normal. In which case we're strength 16.
3.
3's to wound. It goes through. So it was a 5. So we're looking at AP minus 4, minus 3 for cover. Takes you to a 5 plus.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike can block this.
Nope.
No. And command reroll if you want to. It'd be D6 plus 2 damage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Longbow BB says... Oh, not bad. 4 and 2. And then minus 1 right on the rejector. Yep. 5 damage taken on the Dreadnought.
Puts me down to...
8.
Math 5, yeah. 7.
Oh, okay. 7 wounds left. Avatar of Cain makes a mark. It starts on 12 wounds. Okay, that's shooting phase finished for the Eldar. We can roll straight onto their charges next. See if the Avatar of Cain goes in. So it's...
You're 9 inches away.
So 9 inches, or just within 9 inches. Therefore, it's an 8-inch charge. And the Avatar of Cain still retains that rule where he gets +1 to advance and charge rolls. And it's an aura that's going to affect himself. So it's going to be a 7-inch charge to go in. Come on, reroll. There it is.
Right to do it.
Okay, here it comes. Oh, and he's in now on an 8. All right, well done. Avatar of Cain goes in. All right, so combat resolution we'll go on to. Mike's not going to respond by using any CP. He reckons the Dreadnought's just in enough trouble. It's not going to stand much of a chance here. Do you know what? I'll go for another... So we'll hold. Only got 4 left. We'll just go for normal attacks. There's 6 attacks. Each time you shoot or fight, so we'll elect to reroll our 1s. Always hated rolling 1s to the Avatar of Cain. So that's one of the upsides here for this detachment. And there's no 1s being rolled this time. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to go for 3s to wound. Strength 16. You can, just as a note to anyone watching, you can choose to reroll 1s to wound. Oh, no. I think you could survive this. There's nothing I can do about this here.
What's the damage? D6?
D6 plus 2. You got 7 left.
You'd need to roll a 6. 7, 8. Or reduce the damage by 1. 7. Yeah, you need to roll a 6.
Need to roll a 6. You can just save this anyway. AP minus 4. Unless you roll a 6 and it all stops.
Nope.
No. Just need a 6 on the Xenos dice. 2. 4, 3, down to 4 wins left. I didn't get you. Unbelievable. Ah, man. Disastrous roll. Well. You can just fight on back.
Yeah, so I think you've put me in the bracket. Yep, it's precisely in the bracket of 1 to 4.
Okay.
2, 4, 5. So I'm now hitting on 4s. I'm going to 50 twice. Strength 12.
3's 20, yep, toughness 11.
Just the 1.
1 win goes through. I'll just go on to the 4+ invulnerable save. Goes through.
3 damage, 2 damage, so it puts you down to
11 wins left, yeah.
Well, it's half damage, but you round it up.
Yep. Alright. Avatar of Cain very much still on the ball, but surprisingly so too the Dreadnought. End of turn, combat's resolved. I'll give you an update on the score. So points coming through, just a couple. Engaging all fronts, 1 table quarter, 2 table quarters of these are just over the line. And then with the Avatar of Cain's charge, managed to achieve it. So 2 points coming through. Containment we've dumped. We've picked up the sepia. It's important for us, I think, to get that. It's possible to maybe go for one of the flanks, but it's an exposed flank if we start performing actions across. There's heavy intercessors with dangerous firepower. So we'll give that one a miss and trade the card in. So we can draw 2 fresh cards next turn. End of turn here for the Eldar. Strange goings on here on this flank. An Avatar of Cain bouncing off the Dreadnought. Taking some damage, but not too much. But he's entirely on his own against a good number of Imperial units, which will quite happily fight him on his own without support coming from the Eldar. So may well regret that move over on that flank. But he's tying them up and will be a distraction for a limited time for sure. Turn 1 for the Space Marines coming up next. Alright, so Mike's on the move here on his first turn. No prisoners drawn, so destroy enemy units, 2 points a time. Assassination as well. Check the keywords. Avatar of Cain is a character. So you're going to get a lot for that then. If you've got no prisoners plus assassination, you can stack them up.
For each unit I kill, it's 2 points.
Yeah.
Assassination's 5, so it's 7.
7. 7 points to bring the Avatar down, which Mike was going to do anyway, but he's going to get a heap of points if he's able to achieve it. So those 2 secondaries in play. Bear in mind, in the overall tactical picture, got an empty objective across here. Eldar have established themselves on 2 no man's land objectives, so that's something that needs to be addressed as well. We'll let Mike continue his move. As he does that, I'm going to call out 5 names here. We've had 5 more Aspect Warrior supporters join us on membership. So Crafty, or Crafty D, Dr. Aziotrope, Richard Lefebvre, Chris Horton, and then M. Just M. It's M. That's James Bond, isn't it?
James Bond, yeah.
Okay, thanks for joining us. License to kill for him. So there's 5 supporters at Aspect Warrior level. Big thank you for supporting us. And when you join us at Aspect Warrior level, it unlocks all the bonus content, including battle reports. And what's coming to YouTube channel membership? Any minute now. Raven Guard, 1,000 points battle report. Army development video as well. For them, so you can look forward to that on channel membership.
I'd actually say by the time this one is released,
it's live now.
It's live.
Yeah. So if you join us now, you can watch that video straight away. Debut Space Marine Army on the channel. Never had Raven Guard on the channel before. Mike's been working on those. We gave him the target with 1,000 points. Virtually reached it, so we've gone ahead and played a 1,000-point battle. So you can check that out over on YouTube channel membership, and you can enjoy the progress as the army develops and pushes on to the goal of 2,000 points. Hopefully they can join in the season and be part of the Imperium's revenge. So to join us, link below for channel membership, or go to the homepage, hit the join button. Most people on Aspect Warrior level, just to help support the channel, unlocks all the bonus content that we create. You can join us on Discord as well. So join us now on channel membership. So, movement for the Fists. A conundrum here for them. The Bikers could have pushed out a lot further, about to here. But then they're going to have to deal with this multi-layered threat here from the Eldar. Wraith Blades, Wraith Lord, Shining Spears, Jane Zar and the Banshees all waiting to pounce. So that's the kill zone across there. So Mike selected to hold the Bikers back, to stay strong on the home objective for now. But still to push forwards to some degree so that he can on future turns potentially surge much further forwards. So Biker's moving out. Heavy Intercessor's moving across. Mike can use firepower to go after Eldar targets. I think especially the Wraith Lord just across there. Intercessor's happy on the objective for now. The bunker's there. Dreadnoughts pulling back with this one.
Yeah.
No, moving the Intercessors first and single file moving around the Avatar, just tiptoeing around, hoping he doesn't notice. And then backing off with him.
Paid the CP for it.
For one of your detachment abilities, one of the stratagems lets you fall back and shoot.
Rigid discipline.
Okay. And then the Spare Dreadnought just working as a tag team here. It's like a wrestling match going on, pushing through to shoot and to charge. I reckon Mike's got the Avatar here, but units can survive against the odds, as we have already seen. Movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. All right, so destroy the Avatar. That's the main aim.
Yep, I have a plan for it, so...
Okay.
I'm actually going to start with...
A grenade stratagem.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
No? Sorry, don't tempt me, Frodo. Friend Mike's plan into the...
Yeah. You're 2 up, so normally, yeah.
Yeah. Toughness 11.
John Williams, going to start with Dreadnought first. This one here.
Yeah, see how you get on, and then use a grenade as a backup, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So this is going to be...
Oh, it's important.
Valhalla
Field Marshal Robert. Yeah, he supports us on Patreon and at the Phoenix Sword level.
Yeah, so I will do the Macroplasma first.
Yep.
Overcharge in D6 for 4 + 1.
Okay. So why did I put the Avatar there? I'm going over it in my mind. Yeah, it's one of the last units I deployed. I thought about going for the safe option, which was deploying him around here to join this slot. But I had nothing going after this objective. Mike had already deployed a strong contingent of double Dreadnought, plus the Intercessors as well. And my reasoning was, well, they're not going to sit there happily. They're going to swing around and threaten this slot. And the only unit I really had left was the Avatar of Cain. So I thought, well, we'll just put him there as a roadblock, which is... He's doing it for a turn at least, just to try and slow Mike down. So that was the plan, but it's...
well, you've had 2 Dreadnoughts back because
yes,
here.
So it has worked.
The plan was to come around.
Yeah. Otherwise, Mike would be here now with pretty much all of these units. So it's worked to a degree, but...
advance for them as well, so...
Yeah, it's just worked a bit. Okay.
So 3's re-rolling because he's off for the moment.
Yeah, naturally, Over's gone on Tim.
Re-roll this one. Yep, so we'll
Okay.
hit. This is strength 9.
5's to wound.
+1.
For the moment. 4's
Fours.
to wound. That's a huge difference.
Not really.
Oh, I just
Still
thought
roll 1, yeah.
one goes through.
So this will be your 4+1 one, yeah.
Blocked. Okay.
Right, now to go down all the other wee Icarus rocket pod. D3 shots for 3. On 3's, re-rolling. It'll be 5's to 4's, strength 8. 3. This is -1. 2 damage for just the 1.
Triple 1. Madness.
Yeah. So
Take the 3 wounds, drop me down to 8 left. Whoa. Okay.
the onslaught Gatling cannon.
Okay.
3, 6, 8. 3's re-rolling. And then we're looking for 5's, but really we want 6's.
Yes. I can see 1.
You've got 1, and then you've got 3, it's no AP.
Another one sneaks in.
So another 2.
2 in total, yeah, dropping down to 6. Oh, it's working, chipping away. Okay. He's half dead, over half dead.
Yes, because here's the thing now. Do I want to continue shooting, or do I want to do the charge?
Yeah, right. Mike's talked about a charge going into him, finish him off in close combat. There's a Power Fist in that squad with the Sergeant Power Fist with the Lieutenant as well. Destroying the Avatar of Cain and then making a consolidation move onto the objective. Oh, I'd be tight. You maybe want to measure that up to see if it's even possible.
Well, if I charge him in first,
Yeah, and pile up around
Pile
here.
around here.
2 ranks steep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, possible.
So
what does he do?
6 wounds left.
6 wounds left.
I'll save the grenade shot. I'm not going to shoot him at him. That's 40 shots. Oh.
It is, yes. With the unit now with the extra rolls. A bit of Daka never did anyone any harm, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
AP -1. +1 to wound roll. Yeah, Intercessors with Oath is pretty tasty,
I
actually.
have lethal as well with the lieutenant. Let me hear in the comments what you'd have done.
Yeah, no, I think Mike's going to go for it.
3, 4, 5. Because I'm banking on charge going to plan.
So you want the Avatar teetering on 1 or 2 wounds left. It's the ideal situation. He's going to go for 40.
Yeah. 40, yeah.
Okay.
This will be on 3s. Any 6s will be lethal.
Alright, 3s re-rolling. Absolute heap of lethals.
I could re-roll it all, but I'm not going to. For that simple reason. I can't. I don't want you rolling bad on the saves. Right, so there's quite a lot of.
There's loads of lethals, just loads of them. I think this volley is going to destroy the Avatar. It'd be a credit to this Intercessor squad. It's actually, with Oath of Moment and the new rules, very dangerous. Actually, they're really good now because you've got your assault.
Yeah.
You can fire those shots at any range.
Yeah, well, the range that
there is a rapid. Yeah. Is it rapid or is it just?
No, the new rule with them is now they get double shots if they're shooting all
at the same target.
The same target.
Okay.
So they're 2 shots each. It would be.
Yes, they're not rapid fire 1.
No.
No, brilliant, fantastic.
Would be 6s, now 5s.
Oh, there's about 20 saves, yeah. Yeah, 22. 22 saves of 3+. We've got a dead Avatar of Cain. Totally gone. 9. Ugh. That's the end of him, brought down by the lowly bolter. And he blows up as well. He spits out all of the ammo that he just absorbed. Deadly demise of 5d6 of the new rules. That's d3. So we'll go for your squad. Come on, max out. Yep. 3 mortal wounds. And the Dreadnought. 2 mortal wounds on him. So he causes 5 damage in total before he's removed from play. Avatar of Cain gone. He's played a delaying action on the Imperial Fists, but that is about it. He failed to destroy the Dreadnought. Failed to survive against Mike's counterpunch, and that's the end of the shooting against him. The Avatar of Cain is the first to die. Alright, servo turret shifting across to the battlefield across here. So servo turret 2 shots here against the Wraith Lord.
Needing 2s.
2 hits. 2 hits.
Strength 10.
Toughness 10 from the Wraith Lords now. Yeah, toughness 10.
4s.
4s to win.
Twin light.
Snake eyes.
Nope.
No,
that
nothing.
equals 4, but it's not what I need.
Okay. Next, bit of Daka coming from the bikers. 6 shots in total. That's from the models that can see. Not all of them can.
Yeah.
3s.
3s.
Wow. 4 6s and a 5.
And then
6s to win.
6s to win.
Twin linked. 6s for devs, actually.
No, just you're not within 12.
Ah, right. Okay.
And the chaplain can't see you.
2 up save. And passed.
Yeah. And then it will be the multi, yeah.
2 shots.
2 shots on 3s. 2 hits.
Nice.
It'll be 5s though.
5s to win. 1 goes through.
-4.
-3 for cover.
Yeah.
Yes. So 5 or 6 would be great. No.
It'll be D6.
Yeah, I'll command reroll at this point. Shouldn't have done it, probably. Do like to block that. Damage of 6. Ah, yeah, it was worth a go trying to stop it. 6 damage. Excellent hit coming through against the Wraith Lord, who now drops to just 4 wounds left. Cool, that was a nasty one. I do cry. I miss the Strands of Fate. For sure.
So what we're going to do now is bar these 2. The rest of them can see down.
Uh-oh. Heavy Intercessors with their new and improved rules. Mike's about to pull out a stratagem on them as well. He's been waiting.
I'm going to pull...
Oh, hang on. You can use your captain to 0 CP it, or -1 off the CP.
That's 2 CP. So I might have to reduce it to 1. Because I will win the new on 5s. What's your toughness?
Toughness 10. He wants the Wraith Lord gone here. Oh, yeah, because you're picking up points for destroying stuff, so you may as well take the opportunity and
toughness 10, so it'll be 6s to wound.
So the stratagem is called No Threat Too Good, and it lets Mike re-roll the wound roll against monsters and vehicles. He's going to play that on the Heavy Intercessors.
Yeah. So the 2 heavy boys are here. 6. 12 shots for...
With the new rules, it may be one of the trademarks for this Imperial Fist themed army would just be the rate of firepower, the amount of shots that they can kick out, which would be a great theme.
So this will be on 3s.
3s for hits. This one's 2 command points, so Mike's going to use the captain's -1 to the CP for the cost.
And then this will be strength 5, so it will be 6s to win, reroll 1. We have 1.
Now the stratagem, see if it helps. It does, 666.
So that'll be 4.
-1.
-1.
+1. 2s. Ugh, dice are on fire now, so they've all been blocked. Okay.
And then the 2 heavy boulders hitting on 3s. Okay. Not great. Sustain hits 1.
Yep.
And again, 6 is required.
Yeah, strength 5, toughness 10, yeah. Nothing. Oof. Okay, Wraith Lord's escaped that. Still got 4 wounds left. I reckon that's the end of the shooting phase. The bunker's got no targets here, nothing that it can see. Charges, obviously, none. End of turn. We've been updating the score. So points coming through. As planned, the points picked up across the other sides. Avatar brought down 2 points for destroying an enemy target and then 5 points for assassination. So 7 points in total here for the Imperial Fists. It's very early stages here. 7-2 is the score. Space Marines are ahead, but early days here. Both armies really sizing each other up and not fully committing to the fight, apart from the banzai charge there we saw from the Avatar of Cain. Turn 2 for the Eldar. We can't sit. The Fists will push towards us. Do we try and strike them now and hold them back? We shall see. Turn 2 for the Eldar next. So about to make our moves here with the Eldar on their second turn. Cleanse and Sabotage. That's performing actions with Cleanse on No Man's Land objectives. We can do that, but it's going to tie up units. Sabotage is the other, which again is performing an action on a piece of terrain in No Man's Land or beyond. Again, but it's going to tie up units. But it means I get points coming through. A few points of discussion strategically here for the Eldar. A couple of observations / mistakes. So Spirits here, the rules have changed for him. He's like a lone operative. It's working on his own now. He gets stealth if he's within 3 inches of one or more Wraith construct units. So that could be the Wraith Blades, but also the Wraith Lord. He'll get lone operative. And then in your movement phase, he can bless unit and give them sustained hits of 1. So you can bless this unit, but equally I think you could bless the Wraith Lord, for example. And also Tears of Isha. He can restore D3 lost wounds. Or restore a model, and again it's useful on the Wraith Blades, but equally on the Wraith Lord. I reckon what I should have done is walked him around here, got a lone operative following along behind the Wraith Lord, and in my command phase I could have restored D3 lost wounds on him. So it's just an observation to make. The other observation is the Banshees should have stayed in the Falcon. They get the bonus for the reroll wound roll as long as the Falcon hits their target they're going after. Because with the Fire Dragons inside the Falcon, they're getting reroll their wound rolls, I think, anyway, for their ability against monsters and vehicles. So it would have been better to put those inside a Wave Serpents. Just some observations there I've noticed with the Eldar, but it's first game with them. And this is why we play these battles, just to pick up tactics and see how units operate in real game situations. We'll press on here with a move for the Eldar. Alright, so Eldar response has been swift. We'll see if it's deadly. I had a multi-layered approach going on here. So the first unit of Shining Spears jumping up and over. Going across here to try and use some of the terrain to block potential Overwatch. Mike didn't elect to go for it against them. And we managed to keep our angle away from the Overwatch, dangerous potential Overwatch coming from the servo turret. Then we used an agile maneuver to shut down Overwatch against Janzar and the Banshees. They then disembarked 3, 8, guaranteed 6-inch advance, which will give them, they can still charge after making that move. So they've landed right in the face of the bikers. They're anti-infantry designed though, so not too effective, but I reckon we can put some wounds in. And then the Wave Serpents moved up behind to support. Wraithflaws moved across to here to get in range of the objective. Disembarking with the Spirit Seer just behind. And he'll bless him, giving him sustained hits of 1. Wraith Blades have disembarked, took some Overwatch from here. They'll be used to sabotage. They're in the terrain. They can sabotage that in no man's land. Elected to guard this objective here with this Wave Serpent, just in range of that. The Bikers have jumped up and over. Landed here to put some firepower into the Marines on the left-hand side, and they're going to get a bit of supporting firepower coming from the Shroud Runners as well. And then the unit of Shining Spears that was here has taken the place of the first squad, and they can cleanse on that objective. So stacking up here with the Eldar as they move in against the Space Marines and trying to continue to secure these no man's land objectives. 2 lots of 4 points coming through for Holden Nose this turn. Shooting phase next. So, Wraithlord, there's a few extra rules going on for him now. A lot of it's improvements, it really is. So he's in range of a Psycho model. He's friendly Spirit Seer over there, so it's going to give him +1 to hit rolls. Our ability that we selected for Fated Hero, you can pick either monster, infantry, mounted or vehicle. You do that at the start of the battle, and it gives you rerolls to hit of 1, and then wound rolls of 1 as well being rerolled. It's a brilliant rule, but we had selected vehicle. That's a mounted target, so we don't get it this time around. So you can sort of gear him quite anti-tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. 2 shots. Give me a 6/6. I'll turn to Imperial Knights man here, Dave Humphreys. I think he likes the Eldar.
He's the man for it.
6 and 4. Oh, that's good shooting. 3 hits coming through. 2's to wound.
What's the strength of the thing?
Strength 12. Bright Lances. 3 wounds all of a sudden coming through against the bikers. Ouch. -3 cover, depending on what model. It'll be ATV, so he'll get cover, so -2. So 1 dice at a time maybe on this one because of the damage.
No.
So that goes through. 5, 6, 7. She's got a wound left.
Yeah.
And that'll just go through.
Yeah.
And then bikering cover probably at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 up. And that is blocked. All right. We've taken out the ATV. Nasty. 2 shuriken catapults. Just resolved that off camera and no wounds coming through. Wave Serpent. May as well. We've got a twin Bright Lance and a shuriken cannon. We'll put that into the servo turret. We'll have a go at that. 3's to hit then with the Bright Lance. 6 is a hit. Toughness on you.
6.
2's to wound. Oof, in the open, -3.
5 up.
5 plus.
No.
No. How many wounds is that thing?
6.
4 up to get you. Oh, you picked him off. Wave Serpent.
That's not deadly demise either.
Target destroyed. Ouch. Okay, we'd selected the shuriken cannon to go into him as well. But sneaky move there. Some smart Eldar shooting. Alright, so just checking the range on the Shining Spears. Just the one of them in range 6. I'll select to reroll hit rolls of 1. And it's the Star Lance. And roll a 2. And then we'll go to the twin shuriken catapults. They're all in range. There's going to be 6 shots. Rerolling 1s for hitting. And then trying to win here on 5s. And we're twin linked. Just checking. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's AP -1. Mike's got cover. So 4 saves of 3+ on the bikes with a Dakar against them. And 2 go for it, 2 wins. Yeah, bikers dropping here. This is Jane Zar's squad with firepower coming through. 2 bikers slain. The way that's working is her silent death coming through. I elected to reroll 1, 6 attacks, they all hit. 3s to wound. A load of wounds came through, but she's on the reroll here. It's Storm of Silence. Each time this unit makes an attack that targets a character unit, so it's a unit with a character in it, not just the character, you get to reroll your wound rolls. They really are anti-infantry. Now, the Banshees do get less attacks now. I think they had 3 originally. They get 2, which is annoying, but their attacks, I think, are more specialised. Then we fired with shuriken pistols, and they was looking for 5s to him. It was rerollable, and some more wounds came through and brought down another biker. So 2 bikers slain. Just 1 biker left, plus the chaplain. So reduced significantly with that firepower coming through. So he'll perform the action here of cleanse. These will sabotage, cleanse across there with the shining spears, and then we'll switch to, he's guarding, and then we'll switch to firepower with these going into the Marines across the other side. So we'll start with the rifles. The sniper rifles, need 2s. And they'll be on 4s to wound. Ranger long rifle. Oh, just the 1. AP -1. Cover. Blocked. Okay, we're after the lieutenant there, but not got him. And then we'll go to the scatter lasers now for their firepower. 6 attacks each. Lots of shots, but quite low impact. These are on 3s. Threes to wound. 9 saves. No minuses going on. So 9 saves of 3+. So if you go for his damage 1, it's enough to kill 2 models and a wound on another. So I'm going to call this out here, just something for Mike to note, and if he wants to respond to this. So Shroud Runners, we've hit you with target acquisition. So the rule for them now is in your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, select one enemy unit hit by 1 or more out of those attacks with a long rifle. At the end of the phase, the enemy unit cannot have the benefit of cover. So cover will now be stripped where we're about to offload our firepower here. It's going to be 18 shots with the Wind Riders. And they'll be on -1 with their shuriken cannons at strength 6, damage 2. So it's quite anti-Primaris. You're not on an objective. We'll be rerolling our hit rolls of 1. And it might be the full reroll. The rules now is it's reroll the hit roll if it's the closest eligible target, which is them. So 18 shots rerolling. Coming at strength 6, -1, no cover, 2 damage. So Armor of Contempt to cancel it out or not.
Yeah.
Play it.
Yeah, might as well, yeah.
Oof. So Michael retain his 3+ save. Okay. So we're looking for 3s. There's the reroll. And we'll take out these lethals. And then we'll try and win here on 3s. There's a heap of failed. There's loads. Way below average. 10. 10 saves of 3+. 10 saves of 4+ would have been scary, but 3 ups it.
Yeah. I just need to make 3 ups. Yeah, okay.
-6 go through. Damage 2.
4, 6.
Oh, that's decimation. Yeah, it's decimated that squad. The bikers now, they've exposed themselves to a degree, but they've put in a good chunk of firepower into those marines. Interesting, Eldar kicking back here with some shredding firepower of their own. Shooting phase is finished, and that firepower's come out from units whilst we've been performing actions with multiple other units as well. Multiple small units. You don't have to field an entire army with multiple small units, but you need multiple small units in any army for 10th edition. For performing actions, getting into areas of the battlefield, it's an absolute must. But I guess on the upside of that is your diversity in your armies. A lot of armies are fielding multiple units of different types and so on. So you do see plenty of variety. So you get nice balanced armies, I think, and good variety. And you need that to do well in the game. We're going to charges next. All right, charges taking place with a twist. Eldar shenanigans all over the place, but Space Marines responding here. So you can see the bikers went in first, going after the chaplain. Then the Banshees rolled a 9. We've managed to lap all the models around the chaplain through the gap. But in response, Mike wants to use 0 seal, -1 CP. Heroic Intervention is now 1 CP. He wants to use the Heavy Intercessors to intervene in that combat. Partly to disrupt and strike out against the Banshees, but also to prevent them from hopping back inside the transport vehicle at the end of the fight phase.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just roll.
I need a 4
to make it in.
Yeah.
7. Got ourselves a real escalation of close combat here. So Mike can push those Marines in.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a growing hatred here towards the Eldar, especially with their new flashy codex. Space Marines observe with envy. The Eldar. I'm going to zoom in here. Oh, that's the fight. Look at that. That's why we play these games. Glorious. Glory. As James would say. Okay. Phoenix Sword fighting away. Jane Zar's been on the channel for a good while. Painted up. Really don't want to drop that unit. They've been really good with the index cards, and they look decent enough with the codex.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, looking good.
Yeah.
Good intervention. Good thinking, Mike. It's good play. We'll go on to combat resolution. There's no further charges to take place. So a real Royal Rumble across there of a combat. I want to stick to the plan. So we'll go with the bikers first. The Shining Spears, they'll fight first of all. So the third model pushes in. Great, so they'll get to fight. Now, it's a small unit of 3, but they pack some punch now. Potentially, I say that, but we'll see how we roll. So I'm going to elect to reroll my ones for close combat. They're an aspect warrior keyword unit. So we'll start with the regular lances first of all. They're 3 attacks each. So 6 attacks. Now they've built them. They're anti-vehicle 3+. They're amazing against vehicles now. Lance on top of that as well. And then anti-monster as well. Yeah, they're anti-monster 3+, anti-vehicle 3+, and they're lance. And they're damage 3. So looking for 3s, rerolling 1s. They've all hit. Strength 5, toughness 5, lance. So 3s to wound. They've all wounded except 1. 5 wounds go through. These are at AP -2. This is regular lances here. So
and what's the damage on, sorry?
Damage 3 each time.
So I can roll these 2 at a time?
Yeah, for the first biker with 4 wounds, 5 ups.
No.
So he's gone. Now you're down to the chaplain's 4+ invulnerable save. Need to pass 2.
Yeah.
And you do. So 3 damage on the chaplain.
It's down to 2.
Down to 2 wounds left. And the biker can be removed. And then we'll turn to the Star Lance now. This is on the Exarch. He is hitting on 3s though, not 2s. And he'll be on 3s to wound. He's strength 5. They go through. 3 saves. These are -3, but it's the 4+ invulnerable save. So 4 ups.
No, dirty.
And dead goes. Yeah, goes through. All right. So chaplain destroy. Bikers destroy their target. So interesting now, the Banshees are entirely freed up to fight against the heavy intercessors. But we are for a small unit here against a heap of muscle. So we'll see how we get on. Jane Zara's not too bad. 8 attacks with her now. I'm reading out these rules because they've all changed. So 8 attacks with her. She's only got one option. It's just the 8 attacks. She can't go for the strike and the sweep with her anymore. So it's just straight 8 attacks. 2s to hit. I'm electing to reroll my 1s again. We'll commit this to a friend. Of course we shall. Nate Miller for this one. So friendly Xenos player. All hit. Reroll this one. 8 out of 8 for Jane so far. She has anti-infantry 3+. Strength 6, toughness 6 anyway. So 4s usually would be 3s now. Come on. 3 have failed. 5 go through. These are at AP -3. Hold. Just checking to see if there's anything else. Yeah, it's against a character unit. Reroll the wound roll. It's helped a little bit. 1 more comes through. So 6 saves come through. These are at AP -3, 2 damage. 6 saves are 6+.
Yeah.
Jane ain't bad. 1's blocked. Kills 1, kills 2. 2 wounds on another. Not bad, Jep. Not bad, Jane. Not bad. 2 gone. Alright, so 2 models removed. Then Mike's going to mark up one of the others. So I think if a wound left on one model, we'll turn to regular blades on the rest of the ladies here. So I think I mentioned already, they get less attacks. So I think they used to get 3, now get 2 each. So it's going to be 8 attacks from them. Oh. I don't think that was there before. Weapon skill 2+ on normal banshees. Reroll the 1s. In a full house here. And then we're coming in at strength 4. So this is going to be 5s to wound. And we're on the reroll here. Doesn't help. 3 come through at -2.
What's the damage on it?
God, this has changed as well. Everything's changed. The damage 2.
Oh, so it doesn't help me now.
No. Banshee blades damage 2.
Many as sorry.
They're marine killers. But I think in previous editions they used to. I'm trying to justify these things here, but it's 3 in total. At -2. 5 ups. So it slays 1 and then leaves 1 wound left on another. They're cutting their way through. They are doing it. And then we'll turn to the final attacks here. This is the Executioner. They've made it damage 3. Games Workshop have created a full-time role for their FAQ guy.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
This is mad. Right, okay. Anyway, 2s. Are you rolling the 1s? They've made the Executioner strength 6 as well, so 4s. No, anti-infantry 3+, sorry. And then re-rolling. Those all go through. These are at -3. 3 damage.
3?
Yeah, -3 at 3 damage. Oh, block 2, 2 6s. And enough to put 1 through. So I was thinking of painting another 5 to make a squad of 10. It's mighty tempting. It's going to be a very dangerous squad.
Yep.
Yeah, a real dangerous squad. And Jane Zara's definitely worth taking. Okay. So, Mike's going to make his pile in now. He's had enough of this. He's going to muscle his way in. And then give them the bayonet. I think it's time for a fresh zoom in, just to show you the state of the fight now. Oh, boy.
We're going to go to Maxfield. Knuckles.
Oh, he turns to Apache on here, yeah.
Right, 3s. There's no minus rank that you guys are?
You never know, right? Nope. Nope. No, nothing.
3s.
Yeah, 3s. Plenty of attacks. They're only 1 wound each, the benches.
And then strength 4, toughness.
3.
3 now?
Yeah, 3s to wound.
Still a poor roll on my end, but 2, 4, 6. We'll take 7. No AP, 1 damage.
Yeah, 7 saves. The Eldar, they like giving it, but they don't like taking it, right? 4 ups. It's point proved. I think you just wiped them out virtually. Base of a 4 up save, that hasn't changed. Yep. She've killed the 4 and put a wound on the X-Cycle. Does have 2 wounds. Yeah, so all the ladies can go. The one with the X-Cycle model can retain a wound. That's just destroyed that squad.
Yeah, well, he's the fight still, so.
Yeah. That's a bit of revenge there. Turning to the captain next. If we can get past the Exarch, it'll be on to Jane Czar. A bit of pride here if we can bring her down.
2, 4, 6.
The wounded Exarch stands in the way. 6 attacks with the relic blade.
Hit on 2s.
Couple of misses.
And then strength 5, so 3s.
3's to wound. They've all gone through. Well done.
Is there -2, 2 damage?
-2. I think we have an invuln save. Yeah. So they have a 4+ save. They have a 5+ invulnerable save for the whole squad. I don't know if I can find so far. But it then says an invulnerable save goes to 4+ in melee. So 4 ups to block here. And there's 4 that have come through.
Yeah.
So 4+ for the Exarch. She cracks under the pressure, so she's gone. That means we'll have to go to 4+ invulnerable saves now on Jane Czar here, the last one standing. She blocks them all. Dodges them and escapes. She's alive. Michael close in around her to stop her from embarking inside the transport. She'll have to stay where she is. Yeah, own base contact. Anyway, Mike selected not to move because he wants to stay a bit further ahead so he can shift off across in this direction. So we've come to the end of the turn. Points coming through. 8 points for primaries, possibly another 2 points if this can stay alive through to the end of Mike's turn. And then 4 points for double cleanse. 3 points coming through for sabotage as well, taking us to 17 points. 17 points to 7. Healthy enough turn here for the Eldar. They've managed to fight the Fists, also rake in points for primaries and secondaries, so healthy enough for them at this stage. We'll go on to turn 2 here for the Imperial Fists. It's been quite an eventful turn here. Eldar making quite an impact. We'll see how the Space Marines respond. Alright, so Imperial Fists on their turn 2. Reserves arriving, I think, in the nick of time to try and tip the balance of this game. Cards in play secure no man's land, so going after these no man's land objectives. You can imagine the orders coming through to the Space Marines. They've got to push forwards. Cleanse is the other secondary in play as well. It's the one that we've just used for the Eldar. So, paying a single CP to fall back and shoot with these.
Yeah.
And that's one of the stratagems unique to your detachment.
Yeah.
Battle Drill Recall, is it perhaps?
Rigid Discipline.
Rigid Discipline, okay. So pushing across this direction. We then reacted with an agile manoeuvre. Only rolled a 2 though. Rolled a 1 and +1. If a 7 or something could have tried to disappear around this terrain, perhaps, or go up higher to try and get away from these. Potential grenade stratagem being used, but we just rolled a 2. So I've moved across this direction to try and stretch potential charge, but that's about the best we could do. And Mike's headed off across this direction to try and gun down the Wraith Lord. We'll cover the reserves. So Eradicators have turned up here, Captain Parmenians with them, and usually it's vehicles, but I think Mike's tempted to go after the bikers to try and cut them down. Dreadnought positioned here, it's just got 4 wounds left. What's left of this squad has moved through into the terrain, and then Dreadnought round in the corner to threaten the objective and to take on the bikers there in the distance. Oh, not everything's on. Brutalis?
No.
Waiting.
I can deal with your anti-vehicle.
Yeah, before bringing the Brutalis on. Interesting, Mike keeps 1 Dreadnought in his pocket. Right, no nonsense now. Pull the pin, grenades being thrown. So Mike's going to go for the heavy intercessors. They have the grenade keyword, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Going to go into the...
So the plan is to fill the grenade here.
Take him down.
Take him down.
And shoot something else.
And shoot into something else. I'm trying to see if I've lined anything else up that could...
There's Wraith Blades there.
Yeah. But I'm thinking if I can try and deal with this first.
Yes.
I can then focus these onto that with a possible charge.
Right.
9 inches.
People want to know where you've put... No, it's here. Oh, for a moment. Okay.
Yeah, so... Have you got 4, 6 dice needing...
4s.
4s.
Could do. So, Michael, throw these dice and see what happens. See if the target remains standing.
We'll do Michael Fry.
So, Michael Fry for the grenade.
Yeah.
4s. Got 2. 2. Dropping down to 2 wounds left. That'll help Mike make decisions about how to allocate firepower from the squad. It's been depleted, but there's still 2 heavy bolters in there, plenty of DACA remaining. Just saying, just for future army builds, another 5 banshees would have hit that squad that much better. Just a note to self.
You'd have annihilated them.
Yeah, they would have been in trouble. Another 10 attacks. 2 stick rerolling ones would have been another 10 hits, and then rerolling the wound rolls, damage 2 would have cut down a good few more, and would have kept the combat going a bit better as well, just with a bit more durability to the unit. Anyway, firepower's been allocated. I think Mike's splitting here. He's just wondering if he's got enough resources to deal with all of these Eldar targets. Right, it's been allocated, so here we go. We'll do the shots allocated into the Wraith Lord first.
Yeah, so the 2 heavy bolters. Needing 3s.
God, 5 2s and a 3.
Needing a 6. Oh, I get it.
Got the wound.
-1.
3 up save. Just about passed on a 3. Sorry, I'm going to check because all the rules are changing. We're bound to keep our 2 up armor save.
I would say you've kept it, yeah.
It's up the other end. Yeah, it's fine. Carry on.
Yeah. So the heavy bolt rifle then, 3s. 2 hits. 6s. Nope.
All right, that's the firepower's allocated.
Well, the captain still has to go on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the captain out of the way now. So Mastercrafted bolt rifle, 2s. 2 hits. And then 6s again. No.
All right.
Ooh.
Shining Spears with the rest of the squad.
2 and 3. 3s.
You're checking the Shining Spears, no minus to hit rolls against them anymore, so you're all good.
Strength 5.
What? I think your toughness 4. We are 3s to wound.
3s.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's -1 more damage.
We'll go on the Exarch. No. You're 2 damage now, remember? New rules. They boosted them up. 2 damage. We'll go on the Exarch here. 4+. Yeah, to try and absorb wounds. 4+. 3+. Goes through. I'll roll these because they're all 3+. It's 2 go through. I'm going to... I really want to keep models alive. I've got the CP to do it. I'm going to command reroll. A 3+ is quite tasty. And we do pass it. All right. So 2 wounds taken. 1 wound left on an Exarch. Firepower into Jane Zarnex. Mike's trying to bring her down. This is with the 5-man Scorpion Squad plus.
And I'll burn
Chaplain.
through these pretty quickly. Chris Hine.
Chris Heim, yep.
On a 3+. Yep. On a strength 9.
2's to wound. Oh.
2. 3.
Oh no, these are intercessors with their shots.
4.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, Mike just fired the grenade launcher. Now it's regular intercessor shots coming through.
So 3s.
A chunk of mist. You can imagine Jane's are dancing and dazzling and jumping out of the way as best as she can.
Sorry, what's your toughness?
Toughness. 3.
So 3's the win then.
A couple of foul, but good for you if you go through.
3, 4, 6.
Come on, Tyranid Chitin. Come on, stay alive. 3s. 3 go through. And she's a 5 wound model, so 2 wounds left. Yeah, Absolver Bolt Pistol from the Chaplain. Hits. Is it damage 2?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yay! I won. Just as you needed it.
Yeah. What would you roll?
Me?
Yeah.
Just Xenos dice. 6! Take heart. You can finish her in close combat.
That's not what I wanted, though. I wanted the Marines to go into the bikes.
Oh, she stands in the way.
She stands in the way.
Right. So we've pressed on with some firepower. You can see the bikers have been removed. I didn't realise 1 and 2 dreadnoughts had a line of sight to them. So macroplasma incinerators doing the worst of the damage. And then other supporting firepower coming through, finishing them off. The first one fired through here, decimated most of the squads. Then Mike just put the DACA across here and the macroplasma incinerator up here. Got a single wound coming through. Stealth helped us out. Mike rolled a number of 3s. And on top of that, they have given Shroud Runners a 5+ invulnerable save against ranged attacks only. And we rolled a 5, blocking damage coming through. So this squad preserved. Regular Wind Riders destroyed totally by those dreadnoughts. Something has to be done on this flank. Space Marines in good control, good field of firepower. Not quite on the objective yet, but they dominate this part of the table for sure. And if the Eldar aren't careful, they'll start to push around and threaten the middle. So firepower's been allocated. Mike's been talking about the potential charge across here as well. His intent is to charge these and then shoot at other targets across here. He's splitting up firepower between Jane Ziles, trying to root her out to get rid of her. Try and make the charge a bit more easy for the Red Scorpion squad with the Chaplain, and also putting some shots into the Wave Serpent. See how that holds up against Mike's attacks.
Yeah, so the 2 Malda rifles.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s.
And these are going into Jane's R.
Nicholas Lucas.
Mike's last Patreon.
Yeah, this is a turn where I need everything to...
Does she have stealth? I'm just checking these things because you just... No, she doesn't. It's okay. Just lone operative. Joke. Carry on. Hit 3s.
3s.
Oh, 1 hit, 1 miss. It'll be 2s to wound.
Yeah.
It goes through.
-4.
We turn to her invuln save, which is 4+. Yo. Oh. Thieves and beggars. Never shall we die. Come on. Command reroll's been used already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It's D6.
No, that was Mitch, not Keith or Rob. No, he's rolled a 1. Yeah, she lives.
0 CP from the captain.
All right, desperation.
I needed it for... Oh, yes.
The command reroll on the charge.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Take from a pirate, he takes back 6. She's gone. Oh, no.
I needed that. I realised the captain could have shot him as well when I was banking on.
Oh,
I was banking on too much.
Jane's R can be removed from play. She's gone. Phoenix Lord removed from play. Great. I love the Banshees. They look great. They look glorious as a squad of 10. So that note to self, paint up the other 5, especially if you run them in a wave, so there'll be room for them. Previously running them inside the Falcon. But we had talked about keeping them in the Falcon, though, for the wounds. But then maybe we don't need to, because the new rules now with Banshees hunting character units, you're rolling your wound rolls anyway. So carry on.
And they're going into the...
Across there, yeah. So our mind's chewing through both of these lists. By all means, leave your own comments and suggestions. What units would you add in? What units would you take out for both of these armies, considering both of them? And then for official army development videos, join us on membership. It's this unique series that we have where you can actually have an input as armies grow.
So, 3s.
Oh, Snake Eyes. Oh.
But I'm shooting vehicle.
Oh, to hit rolls as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I got 1.
1 hit comes through.
Strength 9.
So hold it right there. Just going to check. There's a new rule here for the Wave Serpent. I think you're okay. Each time ranged attack targets this model, if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than the toughness, which it isn't, it's -1 to wound roll. So I'm toughness 9. So you're going to sit on 4s.
4s.
And rerollable.
Yep.
Got it.
-4.
-4. And the Wave Serpent, I think, has an invulnerable save. It does. 5+ to block. 6.
Ew.
Okay.
The multi-melter. 4s.
2 multi-melters.
Rerolling.
So Mike's got 3 hits. Just checking anything like stealth or anything like that. No, nothing. Okay.
4s.
Rerolling. Very useful. Very useful. 3 go through. This surely will overwhelm the Wave Serpent here. 5+ invulnerable saves. At least we got something. Nothing.
3d6 rerollable.
Oh,
How
no.
many ones has he got?
13.
Oh, I need a big roll. Oh,
Oh.
I'll reroll that one.
9. 13 on the nose.
6, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Do we detonate? I rolled it, didn't I? No, we're okay. Target destroyed. Lost a wave serpent. Good shooting from the Eradicators, doing their job on that flank. Right, that marks the end of the shooting phase here. Space Marines trying to make a comeback. Once they're trying, they're doing it. If some charges go ahead, they can start mopping up and threatening. My Shining Spear squad's now being targeted. 6-inch charge.
Ah!
3. And I don't think there's anything you can do. Chaplain's not going to help you reroll charges. No. And then a 9-inch charge across here with the captain. No. And the come on, if you had have been able to reroll, he's going to kick himself. No, 6 wouldn't have gone ahead. Charge is not going ahead here. Space Marines falling short. Not as nimble as the Eldar out here with their charges. Any ongoing combats?
No.
Nothing. All right, a bit of a breather here for the Eldar. Where is Fugan? Fuigan? Fuegan? Fagan? Let us know how he's pronounced, if you can communicate that in typed format. As the Burning Lance, we could just call him, but well, I need to pronounce him properly. Fugan. Fuegan. Fuegan. Fugan. I don't know. I say Fugan. Yeah, I think Fugan sounds right. But we need him to arrive. He's got to do something here to try and alleviate the situation. Not too desperate, but Space Marines oppressive from them this turn, and they've met with some success. I'll give you an update on the score. So, end of turn. Here, there's no charges taking place, no ongoing combats. So, Mike's dumped clans to pick up a CP, and you're going to keep Secure No Man's. That's the fight's going to continue for No Man's Land. So Secure No Man's Land, Mike could do it on a future turn. So he's going to retain that card. But no points coming through for primaries. No points coming through for secondaries. And then the Eldar just picked up another 2 points for guarding the objective with this Wave Serpent that has survived, taking us to 21 points to 7. Eldar about to cash in twice again for these No Man's Land objectives. Another observation about the Eldar. Wave Serpents are useful for getting into position straight away, for protecting units, and being a launching pad for units pushing out. And they're sensible enough in point about 120 points, and they provide a little bit of firepower as well. So do rate the Wave Serpents. We've seen one destroyed, but it's done its job. It's helped transport units up the board for that initial strike. So something worth keeping in mind as well. Press on to turn 3, middle stage of the game for the Eldar next. Right, moving for the Eldar, turn 3, fair bit going on. A bit of Overwatch taking place here with some damage caused. So, Establish Locust, and then Storm Hostile Objective. The only one really we can go after is Mike's home objective, which we have gone for. Establish Locust is possible as well. 8 points, 2 lots of 4 being picked up for primaries once again. So healthy enough for the Eldar. Then shutting down Overwatch against the biker squad that was there. It's moved around to threaten the objectives, so Mike just had to watch them sail on by. No Overwatch allowed. Then move the Shining Spears across here. These were Overwatched. Command rerolled a invulnerable save but failed, and we lost one of the models. So 2 models left in that squad. Wraithblades moving out. They're going to take on the Heavy Intercessors and their captain. Restore 1 wound back onto the Wraithlord. It gave them sustained hits of 1 as a blessing on those as well from the Spirit Seer. Guarding again with the Wave Serpent on the objectives. That'll just sit there. I reckon it can also perform. Guarding is just survival. That's it. And then I reckon it can establish Locust in the middle of the battlefield as well. And again, that's the use for these units as well once they reach the middle of the board or No Man's Land objectives. No need for us to be on the home objective here, so we've moved the sniper bikes down to get away from the firepower coming from the Dreadnoughts. And then positioned ourselves here to lend a bit of firepower support against Heavy Intercessors. And then Fugan has arrived. He's turned up here on this flank. I wanted to go here with the vehicle, but I couldn't tuck it in 6 inches in, so we've gone here and stuck our nose as far forward as possible. Then disembark 3 with the Fire Dragons to try and offload their debut volley into that Dreadnought. Movement's done. Shooting phase next. Movement phase isn't over yet. Brutalis Dreadnought. Totally forgot about him. Mike's turned up Just that. It's a great back pocket unit to have, and it just changes the shape of this flank. I wonder if the Eldar can... there's nothing I can do about him. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Now, that was clever. Mike waited to see where Fugan landed, so good move. We'll go with him. We'll see what the Fire Dragons and the Phoenix Lord can do. Alright, so I've got 2 CP. I've spent 1. I'm going to show off one of these stratagems. I haven't referred to them too much in this game. So I've gone for Pre-Natural Precision. Shooting phase. Aspect Warriors unit from your army. Each time you use the stratagem, you can remove an Aspect Shrine token. So these are these little sculpts that you get with the kit. So remove that from play. And you can choose from Ignores Cover, which Mike's in the open anyway, lethal hits or sustained hits. I'm going to go for sustained hits on that unit. 6 is popping extra hits. I reroll on my hit rolls, so a couple of 6s may help us out. Just really want to make sure that Dreadnought goes if we can. Then Fugan, like he's going to do 1 shot here, range 18. He's boosting the range of the attacks to 6. He's going to be range 24, which means he's going to fall within Melter range. So he'll be D6 plus 6 stat. I'm not going to spend to guarantee the kill. Pay it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll go with Fugan for 1 shot debut Mega Glory. So we need a 2. And I'm selecting 2 reroll ones to hit. No, reroll hit rolls anyway, so don't worry about it. 4, nice plum hit, straight on the front of the Dreadnought. We'll now try and wound you on a 3. And a 3 we get. AP minus 4, Mike can roll a 6.
No, I can't.
Does not. Okay. And then can we 1-shot debut kill? Yes, we can. No, we can't.
D6 plus
we can't.
4.
Yeah. 6 and 4, 10. Number of wounds remaining?
10.
Yeah. And what's your special roll?
Oh!
-1 damage. I'm going to reroll the damage roll. Reroll the damage roll. I can reroll the damage roll. 5 plus. 1 shot. Oh! Okay, just for the... Nearly done it. Yeah, 7 down, 3 wounds left. That is how you shoot. Now, apprentices, you copy. Okay, so little cousin with the smaller stick. The Exarch. He's got the fire pike. And it's a 1-shot weapon. So needing a 3 actually with him. Just about. All right, got a hit. This is coming in at strength 12. And it's a 1, but it's rerollable. The wind goes through. And this is -4 as well. So 6 up to block.
Nope.
No. And the range for the fire pike, right, interesting. So range 18. So he boosts that to 24. In range 12. So he's going to get the Melter ability also, which is Melter 3. It's auto kill. And the result is a 3/6/5 destroyed. Nope. And no destination. Right, target destroyed with some models to spare. There have been the 4 regular fire dragons. If they're shooting, would have rerolled those. That would have given me sustained hits. I have an extra 2 hits coming through. Then trying to wound you on... Just checking, just to see the rules here. Strength 9, your toughness?
10.
So I would have rerolled the wound roll. Horrific. Whoa. So it was the Master and his apprentice in the end. The rest had no impact at all. Target destroyed. That was the mission. Dreadnought brought down. So we've fired with these. Mike rolled some 1s and 2s and lost some model. That's firepower from the scatter lasers. The snipers have made no impact, but it's now stripped cover away from those. I'm going to use him to perform the action. He can still guard. It's been declared, but he can perform the action on the objective for established locus. And then that frees up the Wave Serpent to put Twin Bright Lance into this Dreadnought that's just arrived. And then Shuriken Cannon into the Heavy Intercessors. So, Shuriken Cannon, 2 hits, no wounds, and then Twin Bright Lance, nice plum hit, Twin Linked, 3, I think that is strength 12, yeah, so that goes through, -3, bit of cover, -2, oh, blocks damage would have been 5, okay. Double six, Mike's just rolled. That was 5 power from 2 bright lances going into here, and 2 wounds going through. 2 sixes rolled, and both blocked. It would have been 2 marines slain, but space marines have withstood bright lance hits. So next, we'll turn to the Shining Spears. They've been a threatening unit for sure in this game. 5 power now with the lances from those, so I'm going to elect to reroll my ones for hit rolls. And we'll turn to the Exarch first, going into the Eradicators. A miss. And then his friend is a hit. And a 3 is a failure. Strength 6. Toughness 6, right? Gravis? Yeah, so failed across there. There's a bit of Decker to do. Twin shuriken catapults. Rerolling ones. 5 to wound. Twin linked. 2 saves. -1. 4 pluses. Block both. Good dice roll. 5 power across from the other unit. As a Star Lance. This is into the Red Scorpion unit. Rerolling ones. 1 hit. 3 to wound. Goes through. And a -3 on that one. So save a 6 plus. Save a Marine.
Nope.
Nearly. So that's 1 Red Scorpion Marine removed. 2 shots from the other 2. Rerolling. 3 to wound. 1 more comes through. This is -2, so 5 plus save on this one. And blocked that one. Well done. And then a little bit of Daka. Rerolling ones. Trying to wound here on 4s. Twin linked. And nothing. 5 power from the Bikers done. 5 power from the Eldar finished. So we'll go on to charges next. Some crucial melees coming up for the Eldar as they try and break the Space Marines. That's going to be tough enough. So charges taking place. Bikers bravely going in. We'll see how they get on. They've got to try and make a big impact, otherwise they'll be slain. Bikers going after the home objective and going into the Red Scorpion unit. And then I reckon I need to support the Wraiths. They've charged in first and the Wraith Lord's gone in. Just lend a bit of support against the Heavy Intercessors and the Captain. So we'll start with the Wraith Lord. And make his attacks. So he is... Weapon skill and ballistic skill increases yet by 1 as a psyker nearby. Just about, he's there. That's a good range actually, it's range 12. So we're on 3s for our hit rolls, which is useful. And I think we must strike with our attacks. So it's going to be the Ghost Glaive striking, so that's 4 attacks on strike. And in 3s. Okay. I can't, there's nothing I can do. I don't think about this. I don't think I can do. My keyword was vehicle, so it's the wrong choice. Here, that's infantry this time around. It's mounted previously, infantry this time. I could have rerolled 1s to hit and to wound. Okay. And they're going to try and wound. That does go through, and that's saved -3. And it's d6 plus 1 for 4 damage total. So chop down 1. So that's it from him. We'll turn to the Wraith Blades next. So Ghost Axes now are 3 attacks each. So it's going to be 15 attacks. So whilst this unit is in 12 inches or more Aeldari Psyker units, you can have leadership of 6 and +1 to the hit rolls. They'll benefit from that. And they get fight on death on a 3+, but they get to fight first anyway. And then the Spirit Seer granted them sustained hits of 1, declared earlier on. These aren't aspect warriors, so I can't get any kind of extras. So we're looking at 3s to hit. Okay. Yeah, well, if ever we needed sustained. So these are all the hits, including all the sustained hits that we picked up there. So we're now looking at strength 7, I believe.
3s.
The 3s to wound. Yeah, it's pretty much an average hit. 12. Dozen saves at AP -2 and 2 damage.
5 ups.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
So you want to do 8, just in case. Do 8 for now, just before we get through to the Captain.
Yep.
-2, so 5 ups to block. Just the 2, so it's going to kill One, pair them up.
two,
Three. So 3 slain. So you can do another 2. 5 ups. Block 1. So then you can do 1 at a time.
No.
Goes through, and then 1 invuln save left on the captain of 4+, and he'll block it. All right, so it's just the captain remains. Bodyguard stripped away, but 1 defiant Imperial Fists captain fights on. We'll zoom in so you can see the fight across there. Another epic fight. It's dazzling combination. The Space Marines, the Imperial Fists, they stand out on the battlefield. They really are a striking colour scheme. And then the rainbow colours of the Eldar makes for quite a spectacle on the table. That's what he's going to do. He's on a one-man mission. He's going to try and finish off that Raid Lord. That would be epic. Okay, we'll press on to our quest to take Mike's home objective with those Shining Spears. So we'll do their attacks into the Scorpions. Now bear in mind there is a chaplain in that squad as well. We'll make our attacks with regulars first of all, so 3 attacks each. These are aspect warriors, so Electory all at once. Some 2s. 3's to wound. 2 go through. And yep. 2 go through at -2. 5 ups. No, 3 damage. So 2 slain. Like so. Okay. Don't know if we're going to get these yet. We're then going to go for the regular attack. Well, the attacks coming from the Star Lance. 4 attacks with the Exarch. 3s. Oh, come on. Rerolling the 1s. Door helps. Then we're looking at 2's to wind. Lance. Nice. Those go through. These are at -3, so 6 up saves any remaining Marines. Block 1, so another Marine can absorb another. Okay, so it's Bodyguard stripped. Chaplain doesn't go through. 3 wounds on him. So Bodyguard stripped. Chaplain takes 3. Right, Mike can fight back in all 3 of these combats. Eldar haven't wiped out their targets.
So Chaplain hit on 2s. 1 miss. Strength 6.
3's to wound.
3 -1, 2 damage.
Okay. 4 ups. Block 2, 1 goes through.
It's enough to kill this back at the back.
Yeah. Okay. Well done. Bit of revenge.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one.
As promised, the captain is going to go straight under your wraith now. Or your
Raid Lord.
Yep.
This is a moment here.
3 and 3, 6.
Yeah, Mastercrafted Power Sword.
I'm calling on all the Patreons that we've used this game.
Okay.
2, 4, 6. No, that's right. I was going to roll them dice.
Mike can need patronic help.
Yeah.
2s.
We'll hit.
Loads of hits.
I need them 6s actually.
Yeah, you're on strength.
5.
It is 6s to win then, yeah.
Yeah.
And down, ting, 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 off the armour of the Raid Lord. Okay, that's that combat done. And then we've got this one across here with Captain Parmenion, the army commander himself.
Yeah, so I can do my...
Yeah, by all means, push in.
5 then, yeah.
2 to Captain Parmenion.
Roll hit. Strength hit.
2s. 4 wins.
4 -2, 2 damage.
Could well be enough. We're looking at 4+ invulnerable saves. Now they go through. Damage 2 will kill 1, and then the other 2 failed to kill the Exarch. And that is target destroyed by Captain Parmenion. So, combat's resolved, end of turn here for the Eldar. Points coming through, another healthy amount. 8 points of primaries once again. It's the early control of the No Man's Land objectives, which has really helped them out. Space Marines have been punching back, but crucially not in control of No Man's Land objectives. Different story if neither of us are in control. It's more of an even contest. But the Eldar have kept themselves on objectives and raked in another 8. On guard here with the Wave Serpent, potentially another 2. 4 points for Storm Hostile objective for Mike's home objective. 2 points for Established Locus in the centre of the battlefield. Action being done takes us to 35 points to 7. Eldar are ahead by a long stretch. And then to add insult to injury, no sooner had they arrived. We reckon we can do it. It doesn't say that you can't. We've paid a CP to embark back inside the Falcon here. Just Eldar total shenanigans going on, and that's the ability. With Skyborn Sanctuary, it says, I'll read it out just to check the it's 1 CP, and I'll put 3 ticks next to it because it's a real good one. End of the fight phase. 1 Asuryani unit from your army, and 1 friendly transport is able to embark within. And then if your Asuryani unit is wholly within 6 inches of the transport, you can embark within it. So pop them back in there. That's going to protect them on the ground. Leave me inside and ready to move off, potentially disembark again on the turn after. So we've got a very flexible mobile combination going on here with Fugun and the Falcon, or Wave Serpent, whatever transport you decide to use. Mike's just
I'm just
moving. He's going ahead with the move. He's going to roll on here to turn 3 for the Space Marines as they seek to play catch up here to this Eldar score. Turn 3 for the Marines next. So movement on turn 3, middle stage of the game for the Space Marines. As advanced move here has got the Lieutenant and the Lone Marine onto that objective. Dreadnoughts crossed over here to go after to rescue the home objective. It's desperate escape tests and passed and pulled away at close combat with the second captain. Captain Parmenian moves up, claims the objective, gets ready to lay down a blanket of firepower of his unit as of Eradicators, and Brutalis Dreadnought shifting across the pipes and heading off towards the Eldar units as well. Movement done, shooting phase next. Dear me, shooting phase resolved. Where do we begin? So, Dreadnought shot some bikers, and there's 1 biker left around the corner.
Mm-hmm. 1 left.
Yeah, 1 biker and 1 win left. Then firepower from here. Eradicators was exceptionally efficient, with Oath of Moment really helping. +1 to the wound roll, tipping those 3s to wounded, 2s to wound. Failed a load of invuln saves and wiped out entirely the Wraith Blades. Unbelievable result, really good. Then heavy bolter shots from the bunker took off 2 wounds from the Wraith Lord, knocking him down to 1 wound left. And the final play is fired across here with an intercessor. 4 shots now. Mike got a wound. I rolled a 1. Why did you get lethals? Oh, the Lieutenant gave you lethals. Gotcha. And yeah, I rolled a 1. So target destroyed. The Wraith Lord brought down. His last wound being brought down.
2 of us, our dices are starting to get a bit tired now.
Yeah, dice are... The units are getting tired on the board. But the casualties are still pouring in on both sides. Damage it's very heavy on both armies. There's no way that the Eldar can boast here. They've suffered. It's a tremendous amount of casualties, actually. Shooting phase is finished. Not much left on the board for either army. Charges?
Just this one here. It's a 9-inch.
9-inch charge. Roll it up.
Just need
the momentum is with the Space Marines here.
Need to reclaim. It'd be nice, but I think
Mike's going to be satisfied with the turn.
Yeah,
this is just a bit of icing on the cake. No, just go ahead. Okay.
And if I'd have kept that CP reroll for what I did, use it for.
Still no. Okay. End of turn. A rebound from the Space Marines, but is it too little, too late? Okay, we reckon it could well be too little, too late. Points going through for the Space Marines. This has been the problem, enough for primaries. But secondaries was better. 5 points coming through for secure no man's land, right? And then extend battle line.
Secure no man's land was for 5,
yeah.
And extend battle lines was for 2 because I failed to charge.
And didn't reclaim no objective. Gotcha. All right. Secondary's not too bad. Taking the Space Marines to 14 points. Eldar just picked up another 2 for a successful defend, taking them to 37. So they are a sizable chunk ahead, which we reckon turn 4 and 5 the Space Marines won't be able to recover from. A good rebound from them, but it seems to be the case happening a fair bit in our games that the rebound just comes too little too late if the opponent's been able to rake in the early points. So if you're able to make the early grab and then get the points from it, it is difficult for the opponent to recover from, unless they hit you so hard it's like significant wipeouts, and then they can really start cashing in on secondaries. We're noticing a pattern in 10th edition for our games that we've been playing. A good tactic, whatever faction you're going for, is the early strong grab on the no man's land objectives. The ability to grab them early, immediately, and then hold them. So you're building some kind of layers of protection and countermeasures when the opponent tries to go for those objectives as well. The Eldar, I think, have done it here in this game. So they moved up early, grabbed 2 no man's land objectives, and then stacked up layers of support. So the Space Marines came forward, were able to launch our units in. Not always successfully. We got hammered for doing it. but it was enabled us to rake in points for us to get a lead and to keep the Space Marines at bay. I reckon perhaps the Space Marines have actually done more damage in this game than the Eldar. Our forces have been decimated, but the points tally for us is high enough for us to see the battle through. For example, go on to turn 4, another 4 points coming through for primaries across here. Mike's on 2 no man's land objectives. I reckon he'll hold that one no problem. Across here, a couple of models. Fugan and his team will be able to move up and take that objective no problem at all. So that would then stop Mike from picking up more points for primaries on his turn 4, and then by the time we get to that point, it is too little too late. Eldar have victory, but it's been costly enough. Space Marines are given a good account of themselves. New rules kicking in, I think it's helped. Intercessors, blistering amount of firepower. Oath of Moment is really tasty against the right unit at the right time. It really is strong. So that's another good upside for the Space Marines as well. What units would you add and drop to the Fists? Same for the Eldar, very early stages for them. Only a small glint of Fugan and the Fire Dragons, but what potency though to turn up in a transport, drop off, destroy stuff, hop back in, and then from this position, right, 14-inch move with the potential to activate battle focus for an extra d6+1 to your move, and then disembark with your squad, and then reach 24 inches and shoot at stuff. You've got the board. The threat range is crazy. So, or disembark, move, shoot at some target, and then charge in. Fugan's a beast in close combat as well. And not too bad points wise. Fire Dragons, I think 100 points. Fugan's 115. They're not exactly.
I think even for the Overwatch side of things too.
Yeah.
They're all.
And yeah.
So you can fish for them sixes. That.
Yes.
Especially if you put a screen in front of them.
Yeah, no, I think they're a dangerous unit for some potency, so I think they're working their way into this list. What units do we drop? Some units have already been dropped already from the previous list, but plenty of experimentation to do for sure. We'll talk about units of the game next here for both sides. All right, so units of the game for both sides. Honourable mention, Micah said, to the Intercessors. Tons of firepower from those, and some significant moments in the game. The last win picked off the Wraith Lord. The Intercessor squad across here, devastating volley against the Avatar of Cain. Coming from them, plus the grenades being thrown, also really helped to bring him down. They did bring him down. They destroyed him.
Yeah, there was no grenades thrown either.
You were using Oath of Moment with those to give you +1 to the wound rolls. You turn your bolters into something quite spicy.
And that's what we were just saying there. Running them with the Lieutenant gives you that added, especially if it's now instead of 20 shots, you're throwing 40
shots, yeah.
At -1, it's still...
Bit of a sting to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And... for the Eldar, honourable mention to Wave Serpents. I found them very useful in this game, just for moving units around the table. And I'm going to give it, though, to... honourable mention to the Banshees as well, for their piercing ability just to push right in. Going to give it to the Bikers. Super quick. Dangerous enough. The first round where they attacked was useful enough, and their ability to move around the board. The ability to shut down Overwatch with them, to let them dart around the table without being harassed as well, is really good. So that's units of the game for both sides. Big thanks to a couple of silver level supporters on Patreon. That's Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. You can support us through Patreon, support us through membership, and that really just helps us keep the content coming as we gear up towards Season 13, the Revenge of the Imperium. See if the Imperium can get its revenge against the Xenos and Chaos forces on the channel. Revamped Xenos armies. Brand new Space Marine Imperial armies on the way. Some secret armies and surprises potentially. New commanders and players. We'll have to see what happens. But various warriors from across the galaxy are hearing the call. But Xenos hold the crown. The Tau hold the crown currently. Eldar are ambitious enough. If the Imperium is to fare well on the channel, they will need to get their act together and produce some dangerous armies on the channel. We'll see if they can do it. So we look forward to Season 13 panning out this year. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.